What's going on, everybody? It's your pal Mr. Brightside, and in today's video I am going over my in-game build so far in Minecraft Dungeons. So this is what I've been using ever since I defeated the Arch Illager in the Apocalypse difficulty. So let's just jump right in, and I will go through each piece of my gear, my artifacts, and the enchantments on each of my on my weapon, my armor, and my bow. So first, to start out, let's go to Sun's Grace, and Sun's Grace is a very cool weapon. So it's definitely a melee weapon for sure. It hits hard and it heals allies in the area. So what this is pretty much is you have the Radiant ability enchantment without really needing a slot for the enchantment. So it's just an ability that you get. So you have the Radiant enchantment already built into the Sun's Grace. Now, on top of that, we have, for the enchantments, we have Leeching, which defeating a mob heals you a small portion of the mob's max health. So we get 8% of each mob that we kill. 8% of their health for each mob. Each monster we kill, we get 8% of their health. This helps with survivability as well as the Radiant heals allies in the area ability right here, because every time you hit something you have a 30% chance to proc this. So between this and this, your survivability is amazing. And then our next enchantment is Critical Hit. This is a must in any weapon you have for the end game here. You have to have Critical Hit, and this gives you a chance to inflict critical hits dealing triple damage. And this gives you, we have it at a 20% chance to trigger per hit. So this is super important in your weapon. No matter what weapon you have, you want to have this in it for sure. This Leeching, Exploding is not my first choice for this. I wish it would have rolled differently. I would want Rampage on this one instead of Exploding, but it didn't roll with Rampage, so I guess decided just to pick Exploding because it dealt even more damage. So and it deals 60% of enemy health as damage. So as soon as you kill a mob, it will explode and deal 60% of enemy health as damage to everything around it besides you. So that is that for my weapon. We go to my armor, and I am using Fox armor, which is, I feel, pretty amazing. For survivability, you have a 30% chance to negate hits, which means you have a 30% chance on every hit, I believe, that hit does not land. You won't get damage from it. And then on top of that, you have a 20% weapon damage boost aura. So everything that gets within your aura is a 20% weapon damage boost. So you're doing more damage, you're getting hit less, and your health potions heal nearby allies. So if you're in a team, this is amazing. And for our enchantments, we're using Final Shout. When your health drops below 25%, all your artifacts are used, ignoring cooldown periods, up to every 8th second. So this is being procced when those times when I do go below 25%, and it is proccing my death cap shrooms, which we'll get to here in just a second. Second enchantment is protection. This pretty much reduces damage taken by 15%. Got it maxed out. And our third enchantment is not one that I was really excited about, but this is what we got, and it does okay. It does. When you roll, it creates a trail of fire behind you, which deals damage to mobs for 4 seconds. And it will do 1,235 fire damage per second. So, I mean, it melts them pretty good if you can kind of do like a little roll around a group of people, a mob or whatever. This can actually help. So, it wasn't my first choice, but it's okay. So that. Oh, and then the bow. I do not ever use the bow. The times that I do, it's pretty much used for this enchantment here, which is tempo theft. And this steals a small amount of mob's movement speed and gives it to you for 4 seconds. And it will take up to 50% of speed stolen and give it to me, and that way I can kind of keep my speed going from mob to mob and not really have a slowdown period, and it just kind of keeps me moving through the map a little faster than what I normally would. Okay, on to our artifacts. Our first one is the Ghost Cloak, and this briefly gains ghost form, allowing you to move through mobs and absorb some damage. So you get a 14% speed boost and a 6-second cooldown. And then our second one, which I'm doubling up on these for the reason of this right here, it greatly increases attack and movement speed for 13.4 seconds. So, it has a 30-second cooldown. So pretty much with me doubling up, this gives me 26.8 seconds of duration between the two. And so that pretty much just gives me, 2.2 seconds worth of downtime within this, which I am able to keep up nearly all the time, and always be able to just have increased attack and movement speed at all times. So that is my build right there. That's it. This is what I'm using so far. And now we are going to actually see some footage of this build in action. We're going to go to the redstone mines, and I'm going to show you how well it does fighting mobs, and then how insanely fast it is to defeat an end boss with this build. It just melts them like that. It's so quick. So right around here, I do switch to the Gong of Weakening for my artifact instead of the Ghost Cloak, because this is essential in actually destroying the boss. If you want to melt the boss, you have to use the Gong of Weakening. Here, watch this. That fast. That's how it's done, my friends. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, please hit the thumbs up button. And please subscribe if you want to as well. This is Mr. Brightside, and I am out. Have a great day.
So the rumors are true. The Illagers are building a dreadful forge under the mountain.